like a room?
We're sorry, sir. We're filled. There's a convention in town.
Yeah, well, I'm only going to be in Frisco overnight.
San Francisco, please.
It's 1 o'clock in the morning, and I'm tired. I'd like a room. I don't care if it's below sea level.
Nothing I can do, sir. There are just no more available. How careless of me. I'd completely forgotten. An availability came up just a short while ago. Boy, front. Room 615. I'm sure you'll find the room very comfortable, Mr. Diamond. Sleep well.
Yeah, don't spend that all in one place. Room 615, over. Yeah, honey, wake me at 7, will you? Okay.
All true, Lieutenant. Your own doctor can redress that in a few days.
What's the tab, Doctor?
It'll be on your bill.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Glad it was nothing worse. Night, Lieutenant.
All right, Diamond, let's have it.
Let's have what?
The story.
I told you the story.
Sure, you told me the story. You were unpacking. Somebody shot at you and ran.
Well, that's the story.
Who was the somebody?
I don't know.
I want it straight, Diamond.
You got it straight, Lieutenant.
We don't like people, especially private eyes, coming into town and making a mess.
Well, I'm sorry. I bled all over one of your hotels.
I did a checkout on you with a friend of mine on the L.A. force. You spell trouble wherever you go.
Yeah, I just go running around waiting to get shot.
I want the facts. No more smart talk.
You got the facts, Lieutenant.
You just happened to stop here overnight on your way home.
That is the only reason I'm in Frisco.
San Francisco. And you're not on the case?
I'm not on the case.
You still insist you don't know who shot you?
Lieutenant, if I knew who shot me, why wouldn't I tell you?
Because from what I've heard about you, you have a nasty habit of going off on your own. Here, we handle things like this. Here, we're the law. Don't you forget it.
All right, you're the law. What do you want from me?
Just one thing now. Doc says you're well enough to travel, so get out of here. There's no rush, though. I'm giving you all of a half hour.
Your bill. Dr. Charing's fee is included.
I paid you $5 for that room. I'd like my money's worth.
Lieutenant Tyler said that you were to pay your bill and leave immediately.
And I'm not going to leave till I get some information.
Haven't you caused enough trouble already? After all, the Bay Towers has a very fine reputation.
And I have a very fine life. I like it. That doesn't seem to matter much to anyone around here.
The management's only interest is in maintaining the good name of this establishment.
The good name of this establishment's going to get a little mud on it unless I get a few answers.
I didn't do you any harm.
All right, who did? Who went into my room, took a shot at me?
I told the police everything.
Tell me.
You were the last person I saw go upstairs. That's the truth, on my word.
Why was the room so suddenly available?
Well, the former occupant moved out just shortly before you arrived.
Convince me.
It's on the register card. The time he checked out.
Show me the card. Walter Cummings, Santa Maria, California. Checked in at 3 in the afternoon.
Then checked out just shortly before you arrived, as I said.
It's a 2-day reservation.
Well, he left suddenly.
For where?
He didn't say just checked out. Of course, that address in Santa Maria could be false.
Yeah, it could be.
Hi. What can I do for you?
Your name Walter Cummings?
Yeah. What's wrong?
Well, I just drove down from San Francisco. There was Walter Cummings there last night.
I was there.
At the Bay Towers Hotel.
Yeah. What's this about?
Can I talk to you inside for a minute?
Come on in. It's just not possible, Mr. Diamond.
Yeah, well, it's true, whether you believe it or not.
It's got to be some kind of mistake.
The only mistake is they shot me instead of you.
You got no proof.
I'm not wearing this bandage for decoration. Well?
All right, Mr. Diamond, you got shot. Doesn't prove they were trying to kill me.
Look, I took your place in that hotel room. They were out to get you, not me.
How do you know that?
Everything I've got to go on.
You're a private detective, Mr. Diamond. You get mixed up with some pretty rough people.
Well, no one knew I was in San Francisco.
They could have followed you.
Anybody who wanted me dead could have taken care of that a long time ago.
Well, who'd want to kill me?
You tell me.
I've got no enemies, Mr. Diamond. I'm afraid you're wasting your time.
Well, I'm not wasting my life. Somebody took a shot at me. I'm going to find out who it is. You're the only thing I've got to go on. Maybe you're not the quiet, peaceful guy you seem to be. Maybe you're in something right up to your ears. Why'd you check out of the hotel so suddenly?
Because I got a call from Santa Maria that my mother was rushed to the hospital for an emergency operation.
Why'd you go to San Francisco in the first place?
Because I had an appointment with Frank Vincent of the Atlas Company. I've always wanted to sell them. He's their purchasing agent. I got a call a couple of days ago to come up and see him.
Right out of the blue.
That's right. Things happen like that sometime. I'm sorry, Mr. Diamond, but I'm afraid I can't help you.
Well, maybe you will after I make a phone call to Mr. Vincent in San Francisco.
When you go ahead and call, you'll find out you're wrong.
Yeah, well, I'll pay for the charges either way, all right? Yes. Thank you very much, Mr. Vincent. Goodbye. He never phoned you, he never made an appointment to see you.
Somebody did, and he said he was Vincent. I don't know what to make of it.
I told you what to make of it.
Well, I still think you're wrong.
Now, what am I going to have to do to convince you, Mr. Cummings?
Well, I just can't believe that anybody'd want me dead. It's got to be some kind of a...
I'll get it.
Oh, come on.
Convinced now?
Yep. But like I told you and the sheriff, I've never harmed anyone.
Well, are you sure?
Business? Never.
Well, how about women?
Mr. Diamond, my wife died just 3 months ago. In 9 years of marriage, I never even looked at another woman. It's just crazy. I have never in my life known anyone who could be capable of such a thing.
Well, maybe you don't remember. Let's go back and dig into it.
Won't do any good.
Mr. Cummings, it's the only thing that will do any good. Now, we're going to cover everyone you've ever known and everything you've ever done. All the way back. Mrs. Belton? Edith Belton? Oh, my name's Richard Diamond. I'm a private investigator.
What's it about?
Well, I'm in Bakersfield doing some checking. I know it's been a long time ago, but do you remember a Walter Cummings?
Walter, of course.
Do you mind if I come in and talk to you about it? Thank you. I had a little trouble finding you. I only had your maiden name on my list.
Is Walter in some kind of trouble, Mr. Diamond?
Is he the sort of man to get into trouble?
No. Walter got along with everybody. Everybody liked Walter. Has he been hurt?
Not yet.
What do you mean?
Could I sit down a minute?
Please.
How well did you know Walter Cummings?
I suppose I knew him about as well as anybody could. We were engaged at one time. But I suppose you know about that.
No, I don't. He didn't tell me.
Well, it was a long time ago.
What happened?
About our engagement?
Uh-huh.
Walter broke it.
No hard feelings?
Oh, no. We remained good friends until he moved out of... Honey, you're home early. This is my husband. George, this is Mr. Diamond.
Yes. How do you do?
Mr. Diamond is selling insurance.
Yes. I was just telling your wife about our company's new policy for homeowners.
Oh, we've got all the insurance we need.
Well, I think you'd be wise in looking at this one. It's a lot different than...
We're not interested.
I see. Well, thank you very much for your trouble. Mrs. Belton? Mr. Belton?
You've got to stop calling the house.
Let's sit over there. owe me something.
All right. Thank you for what you did.
No, I need a lot more than thank you.
Look, I told my husband I was going to the drugstore. Look, I've got to go.
Now, just wait a minute. I want to know why you can't mention Cummings' name in front of your husband.
It's not important, really.
A man's life is important. There have already been 2 attempts made on Cummings' life. Now, just what is it you're trying to hide from your husband and from me?
It's not what you think.
All right, honey. You either tell me or you tell the police.
All right, but you'll see how innocent it is. George is a good man, but he's odd about one thing. I can't mention Walter's name. See, when George and I were married, he felt he was getting me on the rebound.
Because you'd been engaged to Walter?
I was the first woman in George's life.
But he wasn't the first man in yours.
It's not a mean jealousy. George isn't cruel. It's just that he's sensitive on the subject, and I don't want to upset him. You know how it is. Less said, the better sometimes.
Uh-huh. When did George get back into town?
George hasn't been out of town, Mr. Diamond. He hasn't been away at all since our vacation last summer.
I found out that Belden got back into town last night.
And she lied. Wonder why.
I don't know. Maybe to protect him. Maybe she's afraid of him.
Well, they can't prove Belden's the man just on that, can he?
Look, I want you to get into Bakersfield right away. Meet me at a restaurant on Broad Street, 603. But let Belden know you're in town.
I don't get it.
Well, I'll fill you in later. Oh, one other thing. I found out more about that bomb. See, Belden was discharged from the Army for medical reasons. Psychoneurosis.
What's that got to do with the bomb?
Well, Belden's Army classification was demolition expert.
If it is Belden.
Well, I'll give you odds that it is.
Then why'd he wait all these years?
I don't know, maybe it's like a volcano. Waits around and all of a sudden it erupts.
But I never did him any harm.
Well, obviously he doesn't look at it that way.
Well, look, if you're so sure it's Belden, why don't we go to the police?
Well, we will when we got the proof.
Yeah, and suppose something goes wrong meanwhile.
Hey, the idea is to see that nothing does go wrong. Now, you know exactly what you're going to do. Well, stick to it. Exactly.
answering service.
Hello, Samuel. It's me. I'm back.
Welcome home, Mr. D. How was your trip to Frisco?
Sam. It's San Francisco. Have any calls?
You all right?
Well, not exactly. To top it all off, I got a ticket for speeding right outside of L.A.
You ought to be more careful. Cars can be dangerous.
They are nothing compared to hotels.
Huh?
Never mind. I'll check you later. Goodbye.